What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. This is the preview of our away leg against Brugge. Brugge?
Brugge. Le champions!
Yeah, I'm sure Bruges, by the way. I'm sure the actual name of the place has an S at the end.
It quite possibly could, mate. You know, if we'd have done our internet-based research, we probably could have worked that out before we came on.
I could have swore it is, but it's FC Bruges. But yes, I'm getting confused with cups. It's last 16, isn't it?
Let me help you, mate. Yes, it's the last 16. We're not quite at the quarter-final yet.
Quarter-finals, I'm like confused. 2 legs, first leg away. Obviously, we have already played these. I should have got a little bit of footage of the last time we played because Jazz Hands, Tyrone Mings decided to pick the ball up, which is the difference between the teams. It was a horrible game. It was a horrible game. And to be honest, I kind of expect the same. Not the same result, but I expect a different game.
I think very much like he did in that game. I think Emery went to go and draw the game. I think a point was probably all we needed to really kind of push on for the.
I think all we need is to be within a goal.
100%, mate. I totally agree. Anything other than that, and it will be a challenge because Bruges aren't the greatest side, but they're also no pushovers either.
They beat Atlanta, didn't they?
Yeah. And so you underestimate them at your peril. I think with our current defensive frailties and particularly how we played against Palace last week and away from home,
just keep it tight.
Yeah.
If we can, like I said, I know this is negative. I think if we can come away 1 goal down, I think we can do it.
A 1-0 defeat wouldn't be the end of the world, would it? I'd fancy us to win 2-0 or at least equalise at home and take it to extra time, penalties, whatever.
3-1, mate. They're going to get goal. So
2-2 penalties. Predicting it already. That's a prediction for the next one for the for the preview in a week's time, a week on Wednesday. I think this is a tough game. I think it's coming off a tough run of games where we've had, 5 games in 14 days, whatever it was. Where we've just done typical Villa. We've been inconsistent, haven't we? But this is cup games now. It's knockout. You've got to go for it. I mean,
it's just away from home, man. At the moment, I don't know what's going on with us away from home. I don't feel like we've just
it's weird, isn't it?
Preston game, and I'm like, I don't even fancy us to beat Preston.
Yeah.
Away from home.
If you're going on runs of forms, if you're a Preston player, you're going, they're crap away from home. If we do X, Y, and Z, we might have a chance. That's what they'll be working on, as most teams probably have for whatever reason. Whether it be change of formation or change of personnel, we just haven't performed away from home.
The bigger worry is that I don't think we've performed other than Leipzig. I don't think we've performed away from home in Europe in the last 2 seasons.
Well, no. Young Boys was all right as well for the opening game, but I think that was just the Young Boys when they finished rock bottom. They were crap. Right, they were worse than Cardiff on Friday. Yeah, don't anger the Swiss, mate. Might have to retire there one day.
But let's get onto our lineups then.
Yeah.
So I've got our lineups here. So Gary, talk me through it.
Well, I just obviously the press conference for today for tomorrow's game isn't until later. But I read that Mings is unlikely. Kamara's, although was on the bench, unlikely to start. Cash is a doubt as well. So back 4. I think
we need them for the return leg.
Yes, and I think that's why they won't play in this game. I think, and a note that Torres was back in training last week, so he's got to be close. But I don't think he'll feature in this game or probably the return leg. I think it'll be after the international break. He'll be back. Is my guess. So back 4, DÉJÀ, because I just think in this game it's going to be a bit more defensive. He's not going to want to be bombing on left, right, and centre, and he better play this formation. If we turn up as in a 3-5-2, mate, I'm going to start heads are going to roll, right? And then Bogard and Konza, because I thought they did well on Friday. Bogard's done nothing wrong at centre back for me, and I know Disasi can play right back, so that's my back 4. Obviously, there's no Garcia or Marlon because they're not in the Champions League squad.
Cash is out also.
And I think annoying thing about that is, and talk about current form with Bailey and co. Like having them as options would have been valuable anyway. But I think McGinn and Tielemans have started the last 6 or 7 matches together.
7, I think, yeah.
Yeah, so keep it as it is. They've done relatively well. McGinn has actually, he hasn't played brilliantly well on the ball, but man, has he put shifts in the last few games? He's run his nuts off. So I'll absolutely, yeah, he does. But you need it because it can galvanise a team when you've got someone who's dragging you up like that. You know, he needs to be better on the ball, but I can't fault his work rate. And Tielemans has been. He's played every minute, and he has been a little bit off the last couple of games. He was rubbish against Palace, like probably his worst game he's had for us. But he was better on Friday against lower opposition. But he was playing those little threaded passes in the lines, balls over the top. He was trouble. So we need him for that. And then the front four again. This is just let them run riot. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I know you kind of.
If we're gonna, I think if we're gonna play, probably a little bit direct, a bit more counter-attacking. Like trying to play on the transition, I think you've got to have them 4.
Yeah.
For me,
100%, mate. And you can mix it up, can't you? You can tell Rodgers and Rashford to switch sides like halfway through and let Asensio pull the magic. And I would say let Ollie score, but I mean, I don't fancy it. But let's hope it can be the Rashford and Asensio show again.
Who knows?
Well, mate.
Finally, by the way, Asensio, because he always plays in that number 10, right? And apparently that was one of like the main things Emery kind of like guaranteed him to get him to actually convince him to move to us.
I think it was in his own interview. That's his natural favourite position. Now for Madrid and Paris, he's always been put out on the left or right to play to come in. So we're playing him in his strongest position. Mate, it shows he's been class for us in the last 4 games. All I can see is he brings a wealth of experience. His movement is unreal. He's providing goals and assists. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Apart from defensive work, maybe question mark over him, but apart from that, he's been pulling the strings for us. So let's hope he can have an impact. I think both him and Rashford in this game are going to be crucial, mate, because they both bring European experience. Do you know what I mean? At the highest level.
I think they'll be key. I actually think Tielemans will be key because I think we'll be putting the ball up quite deep quite a lot of the time. So I think it'll be about him trying to release us up the pitch.
Yeah.
Onto mine. Ta-da! It's exactly.
Snap! I win the cards.
So yeah. Other than I did think about. Well, obviously you sent this. I only saw this quite late, so I was like, I was gonna do the different because I was like, with Cash and Garcia out, will he dare go for a back 3? I really hope he doesn't. I really hope he doesn't. It was so bad against Palace. So
we cannot play that formation if he does that. Serious questions have to be asked about his coaching because if he was trialing that out for Palace, it didn't work. He backfired. And sometimes you just go, look, you know what? I tried it. We fucked up. We move on and we go back to what we know. But if he does it again, mate, that is the definition of an insanity. We just haven't got the clientele to do that. We haven't got the players to play wing backs. We just can't do it.
No, and
simple.
I think this has to be. I'll be surprised if it didn't see it. The only thing that I think you might see Ramsey start instead of Rashford because Rashford played against.
Yeah, that could happen. Yeah.
That's the only thing I think of because I think Rodgers has had a rest now. He came on for the last 5 minutes, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's the only thing I think of is that he's brought them on just to keep them a little bit sharp, and they'll play here, but. We shall see.
Well, mate, of course he could mix it up completely and not play Rashford and Asensio, right, and bring back Kamara and push McGinn further forward.
I can't see him bringing Kamara in. I can't.
But I can't see it. But I don't. I know it's
going to be a tough, dogged game.
Yeah,
it's not worth the risk. He needs to play at the return leg.
Yeah, no, I agree. But I'm just saying that's an option. It depends on how fit he is now. Well, he's trained. He might do that. I don't know. I hope he doesn't. That's my predicted line because that's what I want to see. I think that's
not an option. It's not an option.
Oh, I'm glad you know it's not an option. Is
there any?
You've been on the old phone to him, like.
Unai, sort it out. Yeah. Are there any? There's not been any news on Anna and Barkley, has there?
No, not yet. I haven't read anything either. That the update will come in the press conference later. But Barkley's probably closer than Onana is, I think. But I don't. Either way, I don't think either of them are going to partake in this game.
I can't believe we're missing them players. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right, on to our predictions. So anyone who's been watching our league previews, what we're doing is now, rather than just saying them, we're writing them down and then we're putting them to one side until the post-match. So if you want to see what our prediction is, you'll have to wait and see. But obviously, put yours down in the comments.
Yeah.
As always, guys, if you're new here, subscribe, like,
send us a. Yeah. Get the conversation flowing. Tell us what you think is going to happen.
Yeah. If you've managed to watch us here for 10 minutes, 30 seconds, because we always forget to do this little ramble at the start.
Mate, we'll absolutely get there one day.
we will remember one day. Right, so I'm going to write mine down.
It'll probably be the day that's when it all starts kicking off, mate, because people are reminded to like and subscribe to us. Obviously, we just love the sound of our own voices, mate. let's just get straight. We're so
excited. We get
so excited about talking about the Villa. Yeah.
We get so excited, and then we're just like cracking on, and I'm like, oh yeah, I got my little graphics and that, and
mate, it's been weird because we didn't do a show on Friday because we usually do a show on Friday, and so
mate, Friday I felt something missing in my life. It was really weird. I was like, it's like when football ends and there's no match of the day.
Yeah.
On Friday, I know what I'm doing.
Mate, it feels like an eternity Friday does ago. So much has happened.
Well, it's there.
Is that your prediction? Right,
yeah.
Here's mine. I'm going to fold it up, and it's going to go in my sock drawer, which is where I've been keeping them because I'm in my bedroom. Stinky sock drawer. We'll see what happens. It's there. It's in my lovely pink biro pen. So it's closest I could find to claret.
Any final thoughts, Gary? What's GFT? Gary's final thoughts?
GFT is, you know what? Bruges is a beautiful city with magical beer. Let's make it a magical night to remember. That's all I can say.
Lovely.
Let's make this a night to remember.
Are you going to drive over? Or is your car?
Mate, I was going to, but the car's kaput. I can't at the moment. If my car was working, right, it's still under investigation.
If anyone sees this and wants to give Gaz a lift,
I'm free tomorrow. Just message me. Drop something in the comments, mate. I am free to go. Obviously, we haven't got tickets, but I'm happy to go and sit in a pub and watch it.
Just sit around, man. Here and just take it in. It'd be lovely.
Soak up the atmosphere, mate. Get some footage for the cast and just kind of live the dream. That's what it. Other than that, I'll be watching it on TV. But
you know what's actually really sad? I'm going to miss the game.
Oh, mate.
I know. I didn't realise it was an early kickoff.
Yeah, 5:45.
I'm in London, so I'm at work. But I'm not leaving. My train back is until like 8:00, so we'll be like going to pub or whatever. So if it's screened, it might be screened where we go.
Yeah,
so if it's on, I'll be watching. I'll be like, I don't care about you guys. I'm going to go inside and watch this.
Yeah, mate. Just that's very nicely.
My train at 8:00.
Mate, you'll have to watch it on your phone in the pub. It's on TNT, isn't it? I think.
Yeah. I need to make sure my phone's charged up. The amount of time I end up on the train back in the last 5 minutes, I'm like, fucking hell, run to my car to get battery. Can't pay for parking without this.
Mate, no, that's devastating. But, hopefully, mate, usually when one of us don't watch the games, we usually win. So you never know.
Yeah.
I've got my predictions down, and I think it's going to be a tough game. I think winning the game is going to be tough, but you just never know. This is where I get my little butterflies in my belly. And I think, come on. If we win this game, we could, because going back to the trips, if we do get through this round and Paris beat Liverpool, I'm definitely going to Paris. That's definitely, even if I can't get a ticket, mate,
we've
definitely going.
We've been looking at flights, Airbnbs, worked like, I can't see it. But I can't see.
Well, it's also taking the risk in it, because the moment if Paris do get through, prices for what we've looked at are going to go through the roof.
I also don't think we know which day it's on.
No, we don't. So again, if you're still watching this and anyone wants to sponsor a trip to Paris, right? I'm all for it. That's what I've seen online, mate. Just like two lads, like if you've got something we can advertise for you, like I'll speak to anyone, mate, French or English. You know, it'll be fun, right? So anyone wants to sponsor us in the comments, do it.
Yeah, be fantastic. Anyway,
yeah,
right, brilliant. Gaz, are you going to do a watch along, or you're not going to this time?
I might be going to the pub to watch it. So if I do a watch along, I'm in the pub. If I don't go to the pub to watch it, I'll do a watch along.
Yeah, but otherwise
hopefully
you can do the. Oh, but the return leg will be going, so it's not like we can
yeah.
do a watch along there.
Thing is, if I do a watch along, my problem is I've got to remember. You guys have got to tune in and comment, because otherwise I'll just get drawn to the game and I'm watching it, and then people are just watching me, right?
To be fair, the last one was Monaco, and that was just the most.
Oh, it's the worst game ever, mate.
We just that Ollie.
Watkins,
anyway.
do you know? Yeah. So if I don't go to the pub to watch it, or if someone doesn't pay for me to go to Bruges, right? I'm gonna I'll do a live study. Yeah, full kit. It'll be a full kit job.
That'll do it for this one. Thanks, everyone. Yeah. As always, if you're new to the channel, give us a sub, put your notifications on, like, subscribe, comment, all those things. We always like to know what you people want to say.
Absolutely. The champions of the Villa. Come on. Catch you later.